Welcome to yoga and join us live every Monday and Friday at 2:22 p.m. Pacific. We're going to begin with gaining a little bit more clarity with our intentions. We'll set an intention for the class, and it could be something as simple as I am at peace or I am peace. As long as it's in present time, it doesn't matter what it is. It could be an intention for the class, it could be for the week, for the day, for the month, whatever you choose. We're going to be coming back to this intention throughout the class many times and remembering it and reaffirming it as a mantra. And we'll concentrate on the breath as our guide to see whether we're fully present in the practice. If the breath becomes restricted or shallow, that means that we have to either back up from a pose that we're holding too long or back up from a pose that we are too deep, too fast in. So always use the breath to tell you where you're at today with your practice. And this way, we are creating more mindfulness, and not just in our practice, but in our daily lives. So we're going to begin with standing, feet flat on the ground, gaining as much as possible coverage from the ground, and each foot grounding all four corners, evenly distributing the weight from front to back and from left to right. Slightly bend the knees so they're shy of lock. Move the palms forward. Arms are next to you, relaxing the shoulders and back. Slightly tucking the chin, extending through the neck and the crown of the head. And if you haven't, so please mute your microphones. Always good to have a drink of water throughout the class, have it accessible. Now is a good time to go grab water if you haven't. And tuning into the present moment. What it is that you hear around you. Maybe close the eyes for a few breaths. How does the clothing feel on the skin and the air on the skin and the ground underneath your feet, touching the feet? What do you see with your mind's eye? Repeat your intention 3 times in your head in present time. Inhale, arms above your head, and then begin making circles with the arms. Extending as much as possible with the fingertips, reaching towards the sky. Change the direction of the circles. And then begin flowing the hands backwards, all the way down, kind of like a circle, and then forward, up, and then backwards. When inhale, as we're forward with the arms, exhale as we're going back and down. Inhaling, right arm only, left one is down and relaxed. Inhaling and reaching. With each inhale, growing taller. Lean towards the left, look underneath the right arm. Where is the breath? Inhaling, left arm up, right one floats down. Reaching with each inhale more and more with the left hand. Leaning towards the right. Try not to collapse on the right side as you're extending more than the left side. And interlace hands behind you. Pulling down the arms and the shoulders, chest towards the sky, and then the chin towards the sky. Inhaling, arms up towards the sky. Exhale, float them down. Inhaling again, gaining a little bit more space. Exhaling, float them down, grounding through all four corners of the feet. Flow with the breath. Try to move the breath lower and lower, cleaning the stale air that has been in the lungs for a while, replacing it with new one. Belly expands forward on inhalation and towards the spine on exhalation. On the next exhale, we're in a forward fold from the hips and hang in there. Grab opposite elbows and begin moving left and right. Extending really good the spine. As you are to the right, extending the left side of the spine. As you are to the left, expanding the right side of the spine. Moving the tailbone high towards the sky and extending the backs of the legs. Maybe even sending the breath to the backs of the legs. Place the arms on the ground in front of you and walk the hands forward and walk the feet back and find yourself in downward facing dog. In this one, you want to spread the fingertips wide, pushing the mat away, lifting the tailbone very high, and then begin pedaling one heel at a time, right heel down, inhale and exhale. Left heel down, inhale and exhale. Right heel down, inhale and exhale. Left heel down, inhale and exhale. Walk the feet towards the hands. Slowly peeling yourself up into standing. Once you're on the top, do a couple of shoulder rolls, inhaling arms above the head, and forward fold again. Inhale into flat back and hands on the shins. Exhale, forward fold. Planting the hands, downward facing dog. Keep pushing the mat away with the hands actively, always. At this point, both of the heels are kind of going towards the earth, the opposite direction of the tailbone going towards the sky by pressing the chest into the thighs, releasing and stretching the backs of the legs. Inhale into plank. Get the shoulders out of your ears here, far away from the ears. Exhale back into downward facing dog. Where is the breath? Once again, inhale into plank. Shoulders out of the ears, elbows in towards you as you're lowering. Write the breath down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Walk the feet towards the hands. Move the feet into shoulder distance, a little bit more than shoulder distance, to where you have your hands on the mat in front of you. And then walk the hands towards the left foot. Long breath. Here maybe the breath is restricted. Focus into going all the way to the belly with the breath. And then walk the hands towards the right foot. And then walk the hands back towards the middle. And walk the feet back into downward facing dog. Actively pushing the mat away with the hands. Inhale into plank. Exhale into downward facing dog. Elevate the left leg behind you up towards the sky, far away from both of the hands. Flare towards the right and look underneath your right arm to see your left foot. Flare it a little more towards the right. Full breath. Keep actively pushing the mat away with the hands. Try not to collapse too much into the right hand, right arm. Back to regular downward facing dog. Expand the breath here and go through the checklist of this pose. Pushing the mat away with the hands, chest towards the sky, gazing towards the navel. Both of the heels are going at the same time towards the earth. Elevate the right leg behind you and up and away from the hands. flare it towards the left. Look underneath the left arm to see your right foot. And flare it some more towards the left. And back to downward facing dog. Couple of breaths here. Give a chance to the body to respond. Look forward and place left foot forward towards the hands, and then the right heel is up, so you're on the ball of the right foot. Elevate right arm up towards the sky. Right arm floats down, left one elevates. And since this is a little bit of a twist, so the breath might be restricted, you want to force it in if it doesn't go all the way down by itself. Float the left arm down and begin to straighten the front leg as you're elevating arms up towards the sky. Keep the left leg straighter as you're folding over the left foot. Exhaling down. Remember, the back heel is off of the ground. You are on the ball of the back foot. If you're feeling a little unstable, maybe make the stance wider. Move the left leg to the left and the right one to the right. Inhaling once again, lifting up with a straighter front leg. And bend the left knee. Move the right one lower to the ground, but hovering, not on the ground. Inhaling up, straight the right leg. Exhaling, lowering and making the knee go down, but hovering off the ground. Again, inhale, once more up. And last time, knee towards the ground and hovering. With kneeling hands, downward facing dog. Go through the checkpoint of this pose. It's kind of like a mini meditation in the class. Hands are actively pushing the mat away. Chest towards the thighs. Staring at your navel. Tailbone towards the sky. Extending the backs of the legs. Heels towards the ground. Look forward and place the right foot forward towards the hands, and then the left heel is peeled off of the mat. So you're just on the ball of the foot, elevating right arm up towards the sky. Left arm goes down, elevating right arm. Why did I have a feeling that they said right arm first? Regardless, we're gonna do both arms at a time, one at a time. Whatever arm is up flows back down. And then begin straightening the front leg. Remember, you're on the ball of the back leg, so the heel is lifted. Begin lifting arms up towards the sky with a straighter front leg. And fold over the front leg again. Once again, lifting up. it's really hard for me when I have my hair in my face. Note to myself, hair tie. Once more, folding over the front foot. And lifting back up. Bend the front knee, and then we're going to begin lowering the back knee to the ground. Inhaling back up. Once again, lowering. And hover there for a couple of breaths. Lifting back up. And once more, hover. Lowering the back knee. Inhaling back up. Wheel hands down. Downward facing dog. Push them out of the way. Come back to your intention from the beginning of the class and repeat it in your head or out loud in present time. Inhale forward into plank, lowering chaturanga, riding the breath, elbows in. Inhale up the core cobra, exhale back to downward facing dog. Inhale into plank again, moving into side plank, right arm up towards the sky. Option here to lift the right leg. Full breath. Back into downward facing dog. Inhale into plank, side plank on the other side, left arm up towards the sky. Option, left leg up. Where is the breath? Back to downward facing dog. Get on your knees and untuck the back, untuck the feet. Move into child's pose. Begin moving the knees back and away. Lifting the tailbone. Moving the knees away from the fingers as possible. The palms are actively pulling forward, away from the tailbone. Extending the arms and the shoulders, really good. And then walk the knees towards you, find yourself in the tabletop. Inhaling, right arm up towards the sky. And then we're gonna thread the needle. Right arm goes underneath the left arm and right elbow goes down. Use the left arm for leverage to rotate more towards the left. Relax the right shoulder and the right arm. Left one is active. We're gonna unthread the needle with inhale, lifting the right arm back up. And back to tabletop. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Inhaling, left arm up. An exhalation, threading the needle, and left elbow of, no elbow, but left shoulder goes on the mat. And use the right arm as a leverage to rotate more towards the right. Relax the left shoulder and the left arm. Where is the breath? This is maybe a little bit restricting for the rib cage as it's all twisted. And maybe the breath is not full. Maybe you just need a little push from you in order to make it full breath to the bottom of the lungs, moving the belly forward on inhalation. Inhale, left arm up, back towards the sky, and float it down into tabletop. Tap the toes, lift up, downward facing dog. Walk the feet towards the hands. Inhaling one vertebra at a time. And once you're on the top, a couple of shoulder rolls, releasing the pressure. We're gonna stand on the right foot, getting as much as possible coverage from the right foot, touching the ground, and then begin detaching the left one. And notice at first when we do that, we kind of move the pelvis to the right. Instead, try to strengthen the core, and the right leg is strong as a tree trunk. Straight forward, straight down, planting the foot, grounding through all four corners of the foot, growing 3 roots into the ground. Begin elevating the arms and find your 3. Maybe there is a little bit of a wind, moving the 3 branches, your arms, challenging the balance. At some point, hug the left knee towards the chest. And let's let it go as we're grounding through the left foot. Make a couple of ankle rolls with the right foot as you're already standing on the left leg. Notice if the pelvis is going to the left. You want to strengthen the strong core just towards the sky. And growing 3 roots through your foot. Place the right foot somewhere underneath the knee or above the knee. Begin growing the 3 branches. Maybe sway them from the wind. At some point, get a hold of the right ankle and hug the knee towards you, the right knee. And letting it go. Do a couple of rolls of the standing foot, which was the last one. Ankle rolls. Inhaling, hands above the head. Exhale, forward fold. Inhaling all the way up. Exhaling, forward fold. Once again, place the hands in front of you somewhere and then a little bit more to the right. Begin elevating the left leg into standing split. So now for this next one, if you want a little bit more of a strength in the balance, maybe move the right hand more towards the right for leverage. And then begin elevating the left arm. And then moving the left shoulder higher and maybe aligning it with the right at some point. At some point, find yourself into forward fold. Same thing on the other side, elevating the right leg up into standing split. And then more leverage will be moving the left arm towards the left. Elevate the right arm. Push the mat away with the left and begin aligning the shoulders on top of each other. Find yourself in a forward fold. Inhale into flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Walk the hands forward and the feet back. Downward facing dog. Look forward. Shift your weight into plank. Move left knee towards the chin. And move the chin towards the knee. Inhale into plank with left leg back, head forward. Exhale again, knee towards chin. Regular plank. The same thing on the other side, elevate right leg and then move knee towards the chin. Inhale, straight leg. Look forward. Exhale, knee towards the chin. Back into downward facing dog. Look forward and place the left foot forward towards the hands. Plant the right heel down. Inhaling right arm up. Engage the core and move into warrior two. Move the toes towards the right and shift into right warrior. So right leg is bent in the knee. Left one is straighter. Looking behind the right fingertips. Inhaling arms above the head. Heels are towards you, toes are outwards. Begin sitting lower and lower as your hands are going far away from the heart center and then bend into the elbows, into 90 degrees or so. Palms are up towards the sky. Inhaling arms above the head. We're going to do this once more. Bend both knees as you move the arms to the side and then 90 degrees. Inhaling all the way up, straighter legs. And bring the toes towards you as you're forward folding. Begin walking the hands behind you. Relax the backs of the legs. Relax the arms and the shoulders. Relax the neck. Maybe move the head left and right a few times. Palms of the hands are pointed towards the earth. The fingers are pointed back. Walking the fingers away from you. Push the mat. away with the hands, spacing out the shoulder blades, creating space in the spine. Begin walking the hands towards you at some point and find yourself sitting on the mat. So we'll get the left foot towards the right. We get the right foot towards the left on top of the left leg. Stacking the knees on top of each other, feet away from you. Make sure that both of the sitting bones are on the mat. This could be really intense already, or if you want a little bit more, depth into the pose, just monitor the breath. Place the hands behind you and then lean forward. Inhale, hands up towards the sky, and maybe inhale yourself back up if you're leaning forward. And then move the right arm in front of the left. Find eagle arms, interlacing hands or hugging yourself. Moving elbows down, palms forward, and then begin taking the chin towards the chest. Where is the breath? See if you can lean forward a little bit. Inhale your arms up towards the sky and then place them behind you and then stretch the legs about 80% between them, leaning forward. These are children outside coming back from school, I guess. All sugared up. Use the inhale to lengthen the spine and the exhale, lowering forward, and at some point begin moving the hands in front of you and walk them forward as well. At this point the legs are stretched, so we can afford to curve the spine and lower your face. And inhale yourself back up. So we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So right foot towards the left foot towards the right, left knee stuck in on top of the right one. And make sure the feet are away from you and you're not sitting on each one. And then both of the sitting bones are on the mat. First, place the hands behind you for support. And that might be like the edge and completely enough in the pose, or you might want to get in a little bit further by leaning forward. Now I do definitely notice differences between my left and right legs here. This pose really exposes differences. And there's no judgment, just noticing things. Come back to your intention from the beginning of the class and repeat it in your head or out loud 3 times in present time. If you're leaning forward, back up slightly Extend the arms in two different directions and then move the left one in front of the right. Find eagle arms on this side. Elbows are lowering, hands are lowering. Relax the shoulders. Tuck the chin towards the chest. Maybe slightly leaning forward here to breathe. And release the arms. When you had enough of that, move the legs straight in front of you and then begin leaning towards the toes. Use the arms for leverage, perhaps at first, to just lengthen the backs of the legs and remove the meat underneath your sitting bones. Moving towards the toes. Imagine I walk behind you and I press between the two shoulders right in the middle, moving your chest towards the thighs or the knees. And then move the hands towards the feet. Towards. So you don't have to reach the feet if you can't. It's a towards. It's a direction, not a destination. And then begin moving the head lower and lower as well. Where is the breath? So here we're moving the breath more on the backs of the lungs. And when you're ready, inhaling yourself up and get the feet together in front of you about a foot away. Feet together, maybe grab the feet with your hands and use the elbows for leveraging. Knees going towards the ground. Relax the hips, relax the legs, relax the feet. Begin folding forward. And inhale yourself back up. Use your hands to gain your knees together and find a transition into being on the knees. As a matter of fact, lift yourself up on the knees and then place your hands on the waist and the knees are, let's say, shoulder distance between each other, and then begin making a circle with the waist where your hands are. Making a circle, relaxing the lower back, and then change the direction of the circle. And then change the direction again and make the circle a little bit larger and maybe slower. Where you do feel how your lower back is relaxing and your core is pretty strong, and then also the fronts of the legs are kind of feeling a little bit expansion as well. Preparing for what's next. We're gonna make another change of the circle, last change, where circle is kind of big and maybe slow. Keep breathing to the lowest part of the lungs. Alright, maybe make a little bit wider stance with the knees and with the feet. And tucking the tailbone. Very important to have a strong core here. So maybe tap it and see if it's tightened. Then begin leaning back. Tight core, and the breath is still going into the belly regardless that all the muscles are contracted in the belly. Inhale yourself back up. We're gonna exhale lower once again. Strong core. Inhaling again. Up. Let go of the hands if they're still on the waist. So the shoulders are pointed back and the arms are kind of falling and reaching back towards the heels. And here, what would be helpful if you bring the heels closer to you by moving balls of the foot, so tucking the toes. That will be a little bit easier, and later if you can do more, maybe untuck. But for now, let's keep the toes tucked. And then moving towards the heels with the arms. Touch the heels, but don't put your hands there too yet. Just breathe into the belly, engaging the core at the same time. And then at some point, maybe grab a hold of the heels. Very important to keep tucking that tailbone to protect the lower back. Chest towards the sky and then the chin towards the sky. Where is the breath? Strong core, inhale yourself up. So we're gonna untuck the toes. So you're on the back, on the tops of the feet. Right. So we do the same thing, and if it's too far to reach the heels, you can feel free to tuck the toes again. Just see where you're at today. Begin lowering, using the core, tucking the tailbone, chin towards the sky, chest towards the sky. Lower, maybe even more, maybe even bend the elbows. Find yourself into sitting in between the feet. And when you're ready, find yourself into just sitting on the mat and hugging the knees. Very slowly exiting and entering poses in order to protect the muscles for overextending or snapping right back in, and also give a chance to our system to respond versus react. Hugging the knees at some point and face towards the knees too. Breathe. Feel free to roly-poly yourself into back and forward, massaging the spine, the entire mat. Oopsie. At some point, hugging the knees and laying down, moving left and right. Move the knees a little bit away from you to incorporate more of the lower back here. Drop the knees towards the left. Extend the right arm to the right and looking at it. Breathe. Look towards the left. Keep the right arm where it's up. Going back on your back and get hold of the big toes. And then lift the legs up. Push the big toes or push the feet into stretching the arms. Straighter arms, straighter legs. Moving left and right. Not too much, just a little bit. Then bend the knees and bend the elbows into happy baby. Moving left and right. And then hug the knees again and drop them to the right. The left arm goes away in towards the left. Looking at it. And then look towards the right. Keep the left arm where it's up. And then hug the knees towards the chest again, moving left and right. See if you can, while you're hugging the knees, you can space out the shoulder blades. Relax them. Tucking the shin. Place the knees on the mat, not the knees. Place the feet on the mat. Knees are not on the mat. So the feet are about shoulder distance, palms are down. Begin elevating about 50% of what you can in a bridge pose. Tucking the chin towards the chest and do not look left or right. You want to keep the neck straight. Try to have more of the weight on your shoulders than on your neck. This could get challenging real fast if you have a long neck. So if you do have some kind of big amount of weight onto your neck, you want to kind of push the shoulders back and have more weight on your shoulders. And then when you're ready, lower to the ground. Couple of breaths here. Do come back to your intention from the beginning of the class and repeat it in present time. Alright, palms are down if they haven't done so yet. Lifting up for another bridge. This time maybe a little bit higher than what it was before. And breathe. Breath is going to the lowest parts of the lungs, so you should be extending the belly forward. On inhale, belly towards the spine. On exhale, on the next exhale, slowly lowering, finding yourself into hugging the knees again. And from there, extend the legs, let them flow naturally to the two sides. Maybe feet together and the knees are to the two sides. The arms are next to you, placed with the palms up, and then the shoulders are kind of going towards each other, tucking the chin towards the chest and extending more of the neck as a continuation of the spine. And then begin relaxing, starting from the feet, 10 toes. Relax the bottoms and the tops of the feet. Relax the ankles. And legs. Knees, calves. Relax the hips, the abdominals, the chest. The shoulders and arms and hands and fingers. Relaxing the throat and the neck, the jaw and the forehead. Relaxing the top of the head, scalp. Notice any areas as you're scanning through the body, starting from the top, going down this time. Notice any areas of tightness, either a muscle or a group of muscles. Notice if there's anything that is still tight. Sometimes it's connected to a thought on the back of our head. All you need to do is just tell it to relax to that area or that muscle. Relax. We're gonna do a breath meditation for aligning the chakras. Keep laying down and imagine as I'm guiding you through our chakra meditation. Imagine the different things. Starting from the space in between the sitting bones. Imagine a red ball of energy spinning. Right above it, imagine it's a little bit below the belly button, like 5 fingers below the belly button. Orange ball of energy spinning. About few fingers above your belly button, imagine a yellow ball of energy spinning. Imagine in the heart center a green ball of energy spinning. Around your throat area, blue ball of energy. Corresponding energy. Come back to your intention from the beginning of the class. And imagine a purple ball of energy around your third eye. Spinning. On the top of your head, white. Ball of energy spinning. And gently begin moving hands and toes. Maybe rolls with the hands and ankles. I'll come back to your intention from the beginning of the class and repeat it 3 times in your head in present time. Thank you for practicing with me today. Hope you have a wonderful day and join us live every Monday and Friday at 22, building consistency and holding accountability. Have a good one. Namaste.